1 month into the school year, we're tracking COVID numbers. Tonight, our Grace White is looking at 3 of the biggest districts to see how they're doing.
Since the start of school, we've been tracking the numbers, and it's tricky to compare apples to apples. We're looking at the total number of students who have tested positive. It's been 1 month since the start of school, and still in the middle of the pandemic, districts across Houston busy reporting COVID numbers to dashboards online. Also watching the numbers.
We are looking closely at numbers that are being shared by school districts.
Is Dr. Jim Versalovic. He's interim pediatrician in chief for Texas Children's.
I think it's fair to say now, 1 month into the school year, that we definitely have evidence that there is transmission occurring in schools and with school activities.
KHOU 11 found the percentage of students who've tested positive so far this school year. HISD at just under 1%, Fort Bend ISD at 4.8%, and Humble ISD at 6.3%. Keep in mind, HISD has a mask mandate, and at the other 2 districts, it's optional.
How are things looking right now in your emergency rooms and hospitals?
So we remain in this relatively high plateau with a downward trend, but I want to be very cautiously optimistic that we may be over the hump.
Optimistic because the number of patients Texas Children's is seeing test positive was more than 15% in August. Now it's down to 10%. But there have been months in the pandemic where we were below 5. This doctor's advice to parents:
we want to encourage children to go to school. I think what's important to note is that we can do this safely, and masking is certainly central in vaccination for those 12 and above. We need to continue to emphasize that.
We have all this data for you at KHOU.com. You can scroll through, find your district, and keep track of what's happening. Back to you.